Today we celebrate the men and women whose commitment is beyond measure and who went to great lengths to provide outstanding care to residents. We are pleased to honor the first 3 recipients of CALA's Outstanding Caregiver Award. When people ask Angel Gabino, "How are you today?" her response is always, "I'm more than wonderful." And from the light in her eyes, you know she is. For that matter, so are the staff and residents she serves at Prairie City Landing. As residents will tell you, she has endless patience, kindness, and warmth. And as the go-to tech expert, she can also help you with your TV or reconnect you to the internet. In quarantine, she'll even style your hair. Angel embodies the essence of a caregiver, discovering new ways to invest her soul in service to residents. Just ask Jerry, who loves the way Angel helps her walk to the dining room, then assists her the rest of the way in a wheelchair. As Jerry puts it, Angel takes her time with me, lets me do what I can. She does it with me instead of for me, which allows me to retain my dignity and independence. Angel's heartfelt philosophy has made her beloved by residents and a popular mentor for new caregivers who are grateful to her for the patient way she explains the why behind the how of what a caregiver does, ensuring new team members honor the resident with respect for the dignity, autonomy, and choice that each resident deserves. Angel inspires those around her to celebrate the joy in caring for older adults, something she has clearly turned into art. Benito Pamagong is the lead care manager at Sunrise of San Mateo. To all who know him, he is a loving and compassionate man who can make even the most challenging resident laugh. He is also an inspiring role model, which is why it's not surprising that new hires are asked to shadow him, even those outside his department. You want a little Benito magic to rub off on you. The tender way he sits with residents who don't have a lot of interaction with others, and how he can make them feel appreciated and cared for. Or by the way he reaches for a resident's hand at just the right time. Or the joy he brings with the drawings he makes on team members' face shields. And when the first cases of COVID occurred in the community, Benito jumped in with no hesitation, working double shifts and volunteering to work with the COVID-positive residents. Even when Benito contracted COVID himself and was subsequently put on a ventilator twice, he continued to inspire those around him. Upon speaking again, the first thing he did was to run down his list of assigned residents, wanting to know how they were and if they were okay. Of course, he also wanted to know when he could get back to work. It is this selfless attitude that makes Benito so special, and why, when one particular resident was near the end of his life, one of the last things he wanted to do was leave a note telling Benito how much he had impacted his life. When Hazel Oriente arrived from the Philippines, she found her first job as a caregiver for Merrill Gardens at Campbell. For the staff and residents of this tightly knit community, it was a match made in heaven. Hazel is not only caring and professional, but she also has a sharp sense of humor and a masterful way of putting residents, family members, and team members at ease, even when having a difficult conversation. While starting as a caregiver, Hazel is now a med tech and training to be a registered nurse. Recently, she received her LVN license. Now she passes on her expertise to others. When Hazel recognized that a newly hired team member was struggling to perform her duties, Hazel spent time with her to ensure she understood both the process and the nuances of her work. The team member appreciated her effort and is now getting better in her role. Of course, putting other people's needs ahead of her own is what Hazel is all about, especially in challenging situations. During a COVID-19 outbreak in the memory care neighborhood, Hazel was able to take charge and manage the operation during the director's absence. She confidently directed the caregivers and support staff, all while choosing to stay at work and be away from her family for almost a month. She even missed her baby's first birthday. And she did it freely and without complaint, all as part of her unwavering dedication to the residents and families she loves so much. For their selfless dedication to residents, CALA recognizes outstanding caregivers Angel Gabino, Benito Pamagong, and Hazel Oriente.